I didn't think I would actually see Utopia top anything, but here we are. Make sure you smash the love and crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. The first deck list we're going to be looking at was a back to duel top 8 with Utopia, ladies and gentlemen. And I cannot tell you the last time that I've been so excited to see a deck like this. This is Loose to Nibiru Turbo Express, as we're going to call this. So we have triple copies of Astral Krebo. I'm actually surprised to see that this is working here. We have one copy of Astrotopia, 2 copies of the Dododo Dwarf Go-Go-Go Gloves, triple copies of the Utopic Onomatopoeia. We have one Arm Sage, okay. We have triple copies of ZSSN Sage, the best dang card in our deck. Triple copies of the Gagaga Coat, one copy of the Twin Pegasus Saber. Then we have one Tornado Bringer, one copy of the Called by the Grip, 2 Dark Holes. Man, this guy's just playing Spell and Trap or Monster Destruction here just to make sure we can capitalize and make a board. That's actually interesting. We have one Double or Nothing, of course. Triple copies for Forbidden Chalice. One Hyper Rank Up Utopia Force. Triple copies of Onomatopoeia. 2 copies of the Onomata Pickup. 2 copies of Pot of Avarice. 1 Raigeki. 1 copy of Zexal Force. Triple copies of I Like to Pay a Lot of Life Points to Draw Cards. Triple copies of Zexal Construction, aka Shuffle Back Your Double or Nothing. And we have 1 copy of Red Reboot here. Hey man, we are an OTK deck, so why not actually main deck it? Down there in the extra deck, we have 1 copy Utopic Sage, 1 copy of the Utopia Leo Ray, 1 copy Tornado Dragon, 1 Utopia the Lightning with 1 Utopia Prime, 1 F-Zero, and 1 big Utopic Future Draco. We're actually playing Utopia Ray Victory. Holy crap. 1 copy of Dragner, 1 Utopia, triple copies of Little Utopia, 1 Gagaga Magician, and the 1 Sky Thunder. Then we have triple Lancia, triple Nibiru, 1 copy of Numeron number 100. Oh boy. Triple copies of Dimensional Barrier, triple copies of Gozen Match, and 2 copies of Royal Decree wrapping up this list. I feel like we could have done a lot more in terms of like building the extra deck around some better options for end boards. But hey man, if it works out, I can't hate it too much. Next up here is ABC. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. This is Jacob Lamoth's top 4 list out of their event. As you can see down here, we have some pretty spicy cards in here to kind of allow us some better board building, some better explosiveness, I would say. Hey man, being able to summon a free alpha, get a bounce back, redeploy a 3k body that can also act as link fodder doesn't seem like too bad of an idea to me. So I have triple copies of A Assault Core, triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, triple copies of Bee Buster Drake, and of course triple copies of Sea Crush Wyvern. And then we have 1 Celestial, 1 Dashy Boy, triple copies of Cyframe Gear Gamma, 2 copies of Union Driver, 1 copy of Driver. Of course, today's theme of the video is Utopia Double, 2 copies of Forbidden Chalice, 2 copies of Fusion Destiny, 1 copy of Terraforming, triple copies of Unauthorized Reactivation, triple copies of Union Hanger, triple copies of Infinite Permanence, and then we have triple Alpha and 2 Parallel X-Seeds in here to make link climbing, building these boards a little bit more interesting. Then we have 1 Exciton Knife for board wipes. Of course, this deck is notorious for taking advantage of the Underworld Closed Goddess. Hey man, your opponent summons out the big Link 6 guy against you. What are you going to do? Link out. Do your job. We have 1 Vertianaconda, 1 Platinum Gadget, 1 IP, 1 Cross Sheep, 1 Claire Anushka, 1 Apo, 1 Utopia Double with 1 Utopia. Then we have 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, and triple copies of ABC Dragon Buster. Then we have 2 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, 1 Imperial Order, triple copies of Solemn Judgment, triple copies of Dark Hole, triple copies of Twin Twister, and triple copies of Torrential Tribute here, wrapping up the main deck. I really love the fact that you just see so much dumb value being generated by cards like Dark Hole here, Torrential Tribute. It is mind-boggling to me the rate of success and turnover you're seeing with these more generic cards. Next up here is Heroes. Oh, you guys remember the last time we saw Break the Destiny Partheon Shot, right? This is Kyle's second place list here. I can't pronounce the last name, I'm sorry. So yeah, you use Break the Destiny and Partheon Shot, and then you just skip your opponent's turn. Easy as that. Nothing else too special to this. So we have triple copies of Elemental Hero Stratos, 2 copies of Shadow Mist, 1 copy of Liquid Soldier, 1 copy of Honest Neos, 1 Plasma, 2 copies of Malicious, 1 copy of Celestial, 1 copy of Denier, 1 copy of Faros with 1 increase, triple copies of Ion, 2 copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, 2 copies of Droll and Lockbird, and triple copies of the Giant Space Rock. Yeet yeet. We also have triple copies of Fusion Destiny, 1 copy of Hero Lives, 1 Rhoda, 1 Polymerization, 1 Miracle Fusion, triple copies of Mass Change, 1 Call by the Grave, and then we have triple copies of Break the Destiny, and triple copies of Parthian Shot. Then we have 1 copy of Dread Decimator, 1 copy of the Wonder Driver, 2 copies of Cross Crusader, 1 Trinity, the 1 Acid, the 1 Blast, 2 copies of Dark Law, 1 copy of the Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, 1 Dangerous Guy, 1 Dystopia, 1 Absolute Zero, 1 Escuridao, and 1 copy of Sunrise. Then side deck here we have 1 copy of Droll and Lockbird, triple copies of Lancia, triple copies of Lightning Storm, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, 1 Red Reboot, triple copies of Forbidden Droplet, and triple copies of Infinite Permanence here. Wrapping up, another interesting take on heroes. There are so many cool things that you can do with heroes in this modern era. You know, we'll have to see what happens if anything happens to DP on the next list here, because remember, this deck hard makes it through polymerization. It's absolutely hilarious that that's how this deck actually gets to its DP. So that is skip your opponent's main phase and battle phase. That deck, is it absolutely cheesy? You bet your butt it is. Next up here is Unchained. Now, Unchained's definitely taken a backseat here and has undergone some pretty crazy evolutions this format. Unfortunately, this deck isn't as crazy powerful as it used to be, but when you have 22 trap cards and you've adapted the Eldritch strategy here to, back row warfare, it makes sense. We have 2 copies of Abominable Unchained Soul, 1 copy of the Unchained Soul of Disaster, 2 copies of Ruha, triple copies of Reikia, and triple copies of Sarama. Then we have triple copies of Abomination's Prison, 2 copies of Pot of Duality, and triple copies of Pot of Extravagance. Now, where our deck shines, the purple cards. 2 copies of Punishment, triple copies of Escape of the Unchained, triple copies of Ice Dragon's Prison, 1 Imperial Order, 1 Macrocosmos, 1 copy of Skill Drain, triple copies of Solemn Judgment, triple copies of Solemn Reich, triple copies of Torrential Tribute, and 2 copies of Trap Trick here, wrapping up the main deck. Then we have 1 Ultimate Falcon. We're playing 1 Humming the Key to Djinn. When this card is special summon, target 1 Djinn Exceed monster in your graveyard. Special summon it. You attach up to 2 cards from this material. Once per turn, detach 1, target 1 Djinn Exceed monster in your graveyard. And this turn, it can attack your opponent directly. Nice extra deck builder. We have 1 Zeus, 1 copy of Wind Pegasus. We have 2 copies of Soul of Rage, 2 copies of Anguish, 2 copies of Abomination, 1 Access Machine, 2 Last Warrior, 1 Anantis, and 1 Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon. Side deck here we have triple Lava Golem, 2 copies of Lightning Storm, triple copies of Evenly Matched, 1 Red Reboot, triple copies of There Can Only Be One, and triple copies of Waking the Dragon. Wrapping up, more of a stun-based list for Unchained. I actually kind of really like this. I haven't seen anybody go this crazy far down the rabbit hole for back row, but alright. And the last list I have for you guys today is actually this Tri Brigade with a Fire Fist engine. Alright, so we have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, 2 copies of Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Bear, 1 Buffalo, triple copies of Fire Fist Dragon, 1 copy of Elephant, 2 Roosters, 1 copy of Wolfbark, 1 Celestial, 1 Dasher, triple copies of Fractal, 2 copies of Karis, 2 Kit, and 2 copies of Nerval. And then we have 1 Call by the Grave, 1 copy of Domai, 1 copy of Tenki, triple copies of Tensu, 1 Foolish Barrel, triple copies of Foolish Barrel Goods, triple Fusion Destiny, 1 Imperial Order, triple copies of Empty Permanence, 2 copies of Revolt, and 1 copy of Sinto. So basic Fire Fist interaction stuff here. Down in the next deck we have 2 Shurag, 1 copy of Frigite, 1 copy of Barum, 1 copy of Anaconda, 1 Peacock, 1 copy of Eagle, 1 Appaloosa, 1 Axis Machine, 1 Tornado Dragon, 1 Diamond Direwolf, 2 copies of Tiger King, 1 Abyss Dweller, and 1 Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. Side deck here we have triple copies of Chaos Hunter, triple copies of Droll and Lockbird, triple copies of Nibiru, triple copies of Lightning Storm, and triple copies of Dimensional Barrier here. Wrapping up this chunk of deck profiles for you guys. Anything really exciting kind of catch your attention here? Because I still have Goki and we still have Cosmo coming further down the pipeline here for some more other cool decks that you can expect to see some relatively interesting results from here, all things considered. So the Parthian shot deck is actually kind of hilarious. So guys, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Make sure you guys smash the like, grab that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. And I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day with some more cool awesome content. Peace out, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.